Ron Poliquin, DoverLawOffice.com. Today's question is retaliation, or today's word is retaliation. Can your boss or employer come after you for filing a claim of discrimination? The short answer is no. If you file a complaint or discrimination against your employer, boss, whether valid or not valid, whether substantiated or not substantiated, your employer cannot retaliate against you. Retaliation can be termination, demotion. It can be not getting a promotion. It can be discipline. It can be papering your file. All those little things that weren't such a big deal all of a sudden are a big deal. It can be shunning, being shunned by the other office workers. Being given the cold shoulder. It can be in a reassignment, reducing hours, being left out of work activity, decisions, being relocated, being reassigned, online abuse, physical abuse. Basically any adverse action that's a result of you filing a complaint of discrimination. And that discrimination can either be with the company itself, complaining about harassment or discrimination, or it can be filing a complaint of charge of discrimination with the EEOC or Department of Labor. For instance, basically what's required is you engage in a protected activity. And I'm going to show you this. Let's do it right here. We got Rocky and we got Clarence Mason. Clarence Mason is the boss, okay? So let's say Rocky's working at the meat plant with Clarence Mason. Hey, yo, Clarence, I feel like I'm being discriminated against. Okay, Rock, we'll check into that and file it in our, do an investigation. All right? Rocky makes a complaint of discrimination. Next day, Rocky, you're being reassigned to our factory in North Dakota, outside of Philadelphia. That's not a problem, is it? Hey, yo, I can't go to North Dakota. It's cold there and everything. Is Clarence Mason retaliating against Rocky for filing a complaint of discrimination? I would say yes, because there's temporal proximity is what's called. One day Rocky comes in, he's fine, he complains about discrimination. The next day, all of a sudden he's being relocated to North Dakota. So one, Rocky engaged in a protected activity, complaining of discrimination. Two, Clarence Mason, the boss, acted against Rocky by relocating him to North Dakota. And there, I think we can find that there's a causal link between the activity, Rocky's complaint of discrimination, and the retaliation. So the question is, what should you do if you're retaliated against? Well, if you're in the state of Delaware, call me, of course. But even if you can't call me, call a qualified employee attorney. You're also going to need to file a separate charge of discrimination with the Department of Labor or EEOC if you want to file a lawsuit later on. This is Ron Poliquin talking about this retaliation, DoverLawOffice.com. Remember, if you don't stand up for your rights, who else will?